The Sahara Desert, a place synonymous with scorching sun, endless sand dunes, and an almost mythical lack of water. Yet in a surprising turn of events, this arid landscape has recently witnessed the unexpected floods. Yes, floods in the Sahara. This seemingly contradictory occurrence has left scientists baffled and locals grappling with the aftermath. In 2024 and 2025, the Sahara experienced rainfall events of extraordinary proportions. Regions that typically receive mere inches of rainfall annually were inundated with downpours exceeding 8 inches in a matter of days. This deluge transformed the parched landscape, giving rise to ephemeral lakes and turning dry riverbeds into raging torrents. These floods, while seemingly out of place in the world's largest hot desert, are a stark reminder of the changing climate and its unpredictable consequences. The appearance of these temporary bodies of water might be seen as a blessing in such an arid environment. However, the reality is far more complex. The sudden influx of water, coupled with the Sahara's unique topography and lack of established drainage systems, led to widespread flooding, causing significant damage to infrastructure, homes, and livelihoods. The unexpected deluge served as a stark reminder of the power of nature and the vulnerability of human settlements in the face of a changing climate. The Sahara Desert, a place synonymous with scorching sun, endless sand dunes, and an almost mythical lack of water. Yet in a surprising turn of events, this arid landscape has recently witnessed the unexpected floods. Yes, floods in the Sahara. This seemingly contradictory occurrence has left scientists baffled and locals grappling with the aftermath. In 2024 and 2025, the Sahara experienced rainfall events of extraordinary proportions. Regions that typically receive mere inches of rainfall annually were inundated with downpours exceeding 8 inches in a matter of days. This deluge transformed the parched landscape, giving rise to ephemeral lakes and turning dry riverbeds into raging torrents. These floods, while seemingly out of place in the world's largest hot desert, are a stark reminder of the changing climate and its unpredictable consequences. The appearance of these temporary bodies of water might be seen as a blessing in such an arid environment. However, the reality is far more complex. The sudden influx of water, coupled with the Sahara's unique topography and lack of established drainage systems, led to widespread flooding, causing significant damage to infrastructure, homes, and livelihoods. The unexpected deluge served as a stark reminder of the power of nature and the vulnerability of human settlements in the face of a changing climate. The recent floods in the Sahara are not isolated incidents, but rather symptoms of a larger, more concerning trend: climate change. Human activities, particularly the burning of fossil fuels, have released vast amounts of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, trapping heat and altering Earth's climate system. These alterations have far-reaching consequences, including changes in precipitation patterns. One of the most significant impacts of climate change is the disruption of the water cycle. As global temperatures rise, evaporation rates increase, leading to more moisture in the atmosphere. This excess moisture can result in more frequent and intense rainfall events, even in typically arid regions like the Sahara. While the exact relationship between climate change and the recent Sahara floods is complex and still under investigation, the fingerprints of human influence are undeniable. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, the leading international body for the assessment of climate change, has concluded that it is extremely likely that human influence has been the dominant cause of the observed warming since the mid-20th century. This warming has led to widespread changes in Earth's climate system, including alterations in precipitation patterns, increased frequency and intensity of extreme weather events, and rising sea levels. The Sahara Desert, as we know it today, is a relatively recent phenomenon in geological terms. This vast expanse of sand and rock was once a lush green landscape teeming with life. Around 8,000 years ago, during a period known as the African Humid Period, the Sahara received significantly more rainfall, supporting a diverse ecosystem of grasslands, forests, and lakes. This period of abundant rainfall was driven by changes in Earth's orbital parameters, which influenced the amount of solar radiation reaching the northern hemisphere. These orbital shifts led to a strengthening of the African monsoon, bringing increased rainfall to the Sahara region. This wetter climate supported a thriving ecosystem and allowed human populations to flourish in areas that are now uninhabitable. However, around 5,000 years ago, these orbital parameters shifted once again, weakening the African monsoon and leading to a gradual decrease in rainfall over the Sahara. Over centuries, this once lush landscape transformed into the arid desert we know today. This dramatic climate shift serves as a stark reminder of the dynamic nature of Earth's climate system and the profound impact it can have on life on Earth. The Sahara Desert, a land of superlatives. Spanning over 3 million square miles, it is the world's largest hot desert. From the Atlantic to the Red Sea, the Sahara dominates North Africa. Its topography includes sand dunes, mountains, gravel plains, and salt flats. Hidden oases provide life in this arid expanse. The Sahara hosts Africa's highest and lowest points. Section 5. Shifting sands, shifting lives, human impact on the Sahara. The Sahara Desert, despite its harsh conditions, has been inhabited by humans for millennia. From the nomadic Berber tribes who have traversed its sands for centuries, to the settled communities that have learned to adapt to its arid environment, the Sahara has shaped human cultures and livelihoods. However, the delicate balance between humans and this fragile ecosystem is under threat, with human activities increasingly impacting the region. Population growth, coupled with the search for resources, has led to increased pressure on the Sahara's limited water resources. Overgrazing, deforestation, and unsustainable agricultural practices are contributing to desertification, the process by which fertile land becomes desert. This degradation of the land further exacerbates the impacts of climate change, making the Sahara even more vulnerable to droughts and floods. The recent floods in the Sahara have highlighted the vulnerability of human settlements in the face of a changing climate. Many communities in the region lack adequate infrastructure and disaster preparedness measures, making them particularly susceptible to the impacts of extreme weather events. The floods caused widespread damage to homes, businesses, and infrastructure, displacing communities and disrupting livelihoods. Section 6. When the rains came. The devastating floods of 2024 and 2025, the years 2024 and 2025, will be etched in the memories of those living in the Sahara as years of unprecedented rainfall and devastating floods. In September 2024, the southeastern region of Morocco experienced an extraordinary deluge, receiving nearly 3 inches of rain in just 2 days, 4 times the normal rainfall for the entire month. This sudden downpour transformed dry riverbeds into raging torrents, catching communities off guard and causing widespread flooding. Just a few months later, in February 2025, the same region was again hit by torrential rains, this time even more intense than the previous year. Over 8 inches of rain fell in a span of 2 days, refilling Lake Irikwi, a lake that had been dry for half a century. The floods caused significant damage to infrastructure, homes, and businesses, leaving a trail of destruction in their wake. The floods of 2024 and 2025 serve as a stark reminder of the unpredictable nature of climate change and the increasing frequency and intensity of extreme weather events. These events highlight the need for improved disaster preparedness measures, particularly in regions like the Sahara that are unaccustomed to such extreme rainfall. Section 7. Adapting to a new reality, monitoring and mitigation in the Sahara. As the Sahara grapples with the impacts of climate change, it is crucial to develop strategies to adapt to this new reality. Monitoring and mitigation are key aspects of this adaptation process, allowing us to better understand and prepare for future challenges. Satellite monitoring plays a crucial role in tracking rainfall patterns, vegetation cover, and other environmental indicators, providing valuable data to scientists and policymakers. This information allows for better forecasting of extreme weather events, such as floods and droughts, enabling communities to prepare and minimize potential damage. Mitigation efforts focus on reducing greenhouse gas emissions, the primary driver of climate change. Transitioning to renewable energy sources, improving energy efficiency, and promoting sustainable land management practices are essential steps in mitigating the impacts of climate change on the Sahara and the rest of the world. Section 8, A Desert in Transition, the future of the Sahara. The Sahara Desert, a land of extremes and resilience, is at a crossroads. Climate change is reshaping this iconic landscape, bringing both challenges and opportunities. The recent floods, though devastating, have also highlighted the dynamic nature of this arid environment and its capacity for change. As we look to the future, it is essential to approach the Sahara with a sense of cautious optimism. By embracing sustainable practices, investing in research and monitoring, and fostering international collaboration, we can help ensure that the Sahara continues to support life and inspire wonder for generations to come. The Sahara's future is uncertain, but one thing is clear. It will require a concerted effort from the global community to address the challenges of climate change and ensure the long-term sustainability of this unique and valuable ecosystem. The Sahara, with its long history of resilience and adaptation, may yet surprise us with its ability to thrive in the face of a changing climate.